everybody got?
Meningitis?
Meningitis, that's right. Oh, God. Well, as long as it's nothing... As long as it's not like the William Regal parasite.
It's a wonder that they're not sick all the time, dude. They're always doing long trips. They're always on a plane.
And airplanes. Oh, well, apparently they are sick. Just not like where they can't work.
They gotta
apparently
have like
sick a lot.
They have to have like the con crud all year long.
I was reading a road trip story from Matt Bloom from Albert, where he was basically saying, he's like, oh yeah, starting with the company was great. He's like, it's like you're a freshman in college again. You're traveling all over. You're seeing the world. Everything is fun. He goes, but then you start realizing that airplanes suck because when you're a big guy, you're always cramped, so everything hurts, and you get sick all the time from breathing in all that air. So he's like, it gets miserable really quickly. Apparently, once you get over that initial hump, it gets a little better, but still, I get it.
Then you start getting the antibodies for the con crud.
Yeah.
So basically, if Finn-Drew happens, Drew's winning, Finn goes demon. That's what I'm saying.
You never go full demon.
Fins.
Oh, wait, no, you should always go full demon.
Well, see, my guess is that if this match is going to happen, Finn is coming out as demon.
Sure. In which case, he'll be victorious in like a minute, but
because
Drew will still...
he got his ass kicked with a couple weeks ago from this group. And that's what's going to bring out the demon if he's so inclined to be able to make this show.
This group that is no longer a group?
Yeah.
Because Dolph turned full face, and he's already gotten buried.
Out hurt.
Elias and Lashley have actually been... This is Bobby Lashley's best feud of the year. Mostly because Elias is awesome. It's going to be a crappy match because it's a ladder match, but it's not a ladder match because when you grab the guitar, you don't win. You
can use it as a weapon, but then if you drop it, somebody else can pick it up and use it.
So it's ECW style.
So Leo Rush will get the guitar shattered over him, and then Bobby Lashley's going to win because Elias is being...
Although Elias really hasn't been losing matches, so maybe...
No, but he should also be like Intercontinental Champion right now.
He should be, but there's...
He was supposed to be, but then they didn't do it.
There's a serious lack of champions on the main show, and they've been sitting that title basically on their top guys instead of the mid-card guys where the title belongs.
The whole freaking point of it. People just don't get that.
So I could actually see Elias winning this match.
Well, I'd like to see it. I mean, he's got all the crutches needed to win the match. He can beat up Bobby Lashley with a ladder and pin him, and it will work for storyline purposes because it won't make Lashley look weak. So
he doesn't even have to get the guitar to win.
Nope. Bar, New Day, and match tag team. That's going to be.
This should be a good match.
I think Bar will retain because they just got the titles, but it's going to be good. Gonna be good. It's going to be good.
Good.
I'm looking forward to it just for the sheer fact these are the three best tag teams WWE's got right now.
Oh, absolutely. Natty and Ruby Riott, I actually think that might be something I read for the pre-show, even though it's a tables match.
I think this is one of those matches that might end up on our worst matches of the year.
Well, it's already a stupid feud, and the Jim Neidhart fathead.
That the mixed match challenge is going to be a pre-show match.
Probably. This will probably suck, and hopefully Natty wins because the way they've done this feud, Natty losing would just be awful because Ruby Riott's literally ripping on her dead father.
Yep. Even though Natty probably approved it, it's still in bad taste.
Oh, sure. Well, you know what Cornette always said, wrestling is bad taste done in good taste, but this is bad taste done in bad taste.
Yeah.
All right, Buddy Murphy and Cedric, that'll be a show stealer.
That'll be an excellent
on the pre-show.
I hope not, because they've already proven they can go on the main card. It'd be awesome if the crowd gets into it. I think Buddy Murphy will retain because I think he's still got a little bit left to go in his reign, but I think the match will be great.
Buddy Murphy.
And a reminder that you should be seeing these guys doing more stuff.
And again, seeing these guys just on 205, really opens your eyes as to the talent they have over there.
And then Buddy Murphy and Alexa Bliss will have some fun now.
Absolutely.
And the last match on the list is a match I really don't care about, even though it's Mysterio, because Randy Orton's involved, and I don't need to see Ray versus Randy because I've seen it before. And it's the stupid chairs match, which is always the dumbest match because it's literally just a hardcore match, but you can only use chairs.
Hey, at least it's not a stairs match.
I mean, that was awful, but still, it's just meh.
Remember the first chairs match where they were like,
unfortunately, I do.
Where Batista kept on getting yelled at for doing things. Like, I'll disqualify you. You can only use a chair, brother.
Yeah.
I'll disqualify you.
But it's metal.
So we'll see what happens there. Otherwise, I predict TLC will probably be an underwhelming show.
Probably.
I think there'll be some bright spots, but otherwise you're going to walk out of it. Nah.
You'll be like, I wasted 5 hours watching this.
Yeah. Meh. So yeah, enjoy Tulsi. Enjoy Tulsi. But again, I'm feeling the meh right now.
I agree with you.
I am feeling the meh.
Meh.
All right, let's move on and talk about some other stuff.
All right, let's do that.
Yes, please.
Cody Rhodes was officially offered a WWE return, and he said no.
Because he is more than likely pushing forward with trying to start his own thing.
Yeah, he's got much bigger plans. And honestly, come on, we know this company now. Why was Cody offered a deal in the first place? Because they want to sign him so he can't do other stuff.
Yep.
Although the rumors are that he and the Bucks are going to be starting this new thing, but it's real. The Bucks are really starting to. The Bucks and Omega are really starting to tease the possibility of going to WWE.
Well, Omega did nothing but tease Royal Rumble last year, and he wasn't in it, so I don't trust them.
It's not that I trust them, but they are coming into the twilight of their careers, and you know, if they really, really want to, you know, because most guys do, you know, they want to
get their money run
at that big time.
But here's the thing: a lot of them, it's a situation where I always say, "Well, yeah, they're going to do their money run," but is it really a money run if they're making a ton of money in New Japan?
They have shirts in Hot Topic, and it's not because there's New Japan shirts in Hot Topic. There's Young Bucks shirts in Hot Topics.
Yeah,
I think it's a money run if they're offered direct. And the thing is WWE right now is the money to throw at them, and to make it well worth their.
WWE is about to spend a ton of money trying to get rid of all the other European companies.
But they've got more money than they know what to do with at the moment. Which, you know, when Roman went down, they basically said, "Okay, here's our plan."
Get everybody.
There really is a possibility that they could land these guys at the twilight of their careers because of that reason. You know, it's the same reason Nakamura came here or AJ came here. You know, they're done doing their creative stuff. Now it's time to take some money.
Right, that's what Finn's doing, and Finn's made that clear.
Yeah,
or well, people have made that clear about Finn. They're like, he did his big work. He's here to do his money work now. That's why people say, like, all the time, they're like, well, Finn should be outraged at how he's being pushed, but apparently he's not. He's 100% happy.
I mean, he's got the crowd behind him constantly, despite or partial jobber.
Yeah.
It's
all right.
I don't know.
But yeah, as far as Cody goes, no return right now. Possibly future. We shall see. Okay, we have new Raw Tag Team Champion as the unlikely duo of Bobby Roode and Chad Gable, who became a makeshift but also pretty fun tag team. This was like a couple weeks ago they became makeshift, but they've actually been a pretty fun team. They
they're two tag
dethroned
specialists, so I mean,
they dethroned AOP.
But they didn't pin any of the AOP members. They pinned Drake Maverick.
Right. Well, that's why it's funny. But that was just it. Maverick was in there, and they took him down. So I like Bobby Roode and Chad Gable, and they're both criminally underutilized right now. So I'm really happy to see them getting a run as tag champs, and I hope we get to see more of them.
Although I will say I disagree with pulling the titles off of AOP so quickly.
No, AOP aren't exactly guys that can light the ring on fire. And
They
unfortunately,
could.
and I hate to say this, but AOP has only currently been over because of Drake.
Give them the right opponents, they can do well. We've seen.
you mean
that.
like DIY and
Like I
say
said,
yeah?
Yeah. Great matches. Rhino is saying he is not fully retired. He's just going to fulfill his contractual obligations. He may even go to SmackDown. So we shall see.
Yep.
And speaking of people who aren't retired, Matt Hardy saying him and Bride are going to be back as a team.
Yeah, said that they needed time off.
Well, Bray had that car accident.
Yeah.
Matt had those nagging injuries, so...
His back was fusing to his pelvis.
Seriously. Here's some sad news, though, when it comes to injury. Dakota Kai is going to be out for a little while.
More than a little while.
Yeah, torn ACL at a house show. And that's really unfortunate because she was really starting to get over with her alignment with Io Shirai, and they're going to take on Jessamine Duke and Marina Shafir.
Yeah, she was in the big women's program in NXT.
Let alone the fact that she was also doing NXT.
UK. Yeah, I was just about to say that. Yeah, she was getting all the exposure, so that's a really unfortunate injury for her. Dakota Kai, she'll be plenty over when she comes back. But torn ACL, I mean, how long is that going to saddle her for? Do we have a time frame yet?
Nothing yet because they haven't finished all their tests. But if it is in fact a torn ACL, you can probably look for her to be gone for probably 6 months or more.
It could easily be a year if things don't go perfect.
Yeah.
You got some John Cena news out there. Despite the fact that he's been replacing the hurt Braun at the holiday shows, John Cena has said basically that his time is up and their time is now, meaning other people. So John Cena is teasing retirement. I don't think we're going to get a full-on Cena retirement. I think he's going to be like the super part-time guy, and he'll make the big appearances like a lot of these guys do. But I think as far as full-time John Cena, I think we're done with that.
The thing is I still wonder whether or not they're going to
give him one more,
just to get him past the Ric Flair number.
No, I think they're going to do that with Roman.
They've pushed so hard to get him to that point.
I think that's what we were looking at with Roman before the cancer.
See, I don't think so with Roman because he hasn't been champion, and I don't think that he has Cena's. I don't think that he'll have Cena's longevity yet.
As evidenced by right now.
Right. I mean, don't get me wrong. I feel incredibly bad. We've talked about that, but I just don't see him having the longevity that Cena's had.
Well, he's fixing to lose 2 years of his prime. So
the freak healing ability that Cena has and coming back from injuries way sooner than he should have.
I mean, like when he came back in the Rumble and he wasn't supposed to be back to SummerSlam?
Yeah.
That was crazy. None of us saw that coming.
It's just one of those things. Like they pushed so hard to get him to 16 and they made so many people resent him that it wouldn't make sense to not give him that 17th reign.
I wouldn't. John Cena's a first ballot Hall of Famer at this point.
He is.
And he's the first guy since Rockin' Austin to become a true mainstream celebrity because of pro wrestling. So he doesn't need to do anything anymore. He literally doesn't need to do anything. He's done everything.
Sure.
Besides when the title.
And that's a really cool position to be in. I mean, he's even done Nikki.